Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, and today, I got some amazing young lionesses out of Atlanta. We've been following them for some years. They were kids, now they're not kids, and they are making a huge dent out of there. The MAKO Girls, amazing young ladies. Yes. Are we in order? Yes.
Yeah.
We got Tina on the left. Say it again. Anai.
Right here.
And Mimi.
Right here.
Oh, y'all backwards. See?
Oh,
I read from left to right. But that's all good. It's all good. So it's amazing to talk to you. How's everything going?
It's going good. We've been doing well. We've been growing our numbers on like TikTok. We just hit 1 million on there. We've been featured on the Oscars and stuff. It's been going great. And busy.
I saw that. I saw you come up on the Oscars billboard, that collage that they did. That was amazing.
Yes.
That was big. I was like, I know them kids.
Right.
I'm proud for you that, you know, everything that's been going on. I mean, a few years, well, more than probably a few years ago, we you know, kind of named you guys as artists to watch, as a group to watch. So I'm really proud that we get an opportunity to see you still doing your thing. We're having a conversation and got this badass new single out. Ain't Thinking About You. She said, I'm running, get my bag. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. So fill us in from the inside looking out. Let's talk about the MAKO Girls. Tell me about the MAKO Girls.
Oh, well, so I would say MAKO Girls is a sister girl group. We are all growing up now, no longer kids. So the new vibe for our music and our style is definitely that pop, R&B, feel good music. We love to have a good time, love to put that in our music, that energy, love to exude confidence in our music, outside of our music, very down to earth, sometimes too humble girls.
Based out of Atlanta.
Yes. What else can we say? West Indian, so Trinidadian right over here. And let's see what else. We've been doing music for 8 years, done over 300 shows, and the grind don't stop.
So like, what was the defining moment that made you guys pick up music as a career?
Just being inspired by Mindless Behavior was the start. Just seeing their movie and how their process started was the spark that made us go straight head on into being in the industry altogether. And us just working on our craft and learning the process is what made us keep going in this industry. We were always surrounded by music growing up, but it was never for like as a career. It was just something our mom always played music on Sundays when we clean the house, TLC, Shanti, you know, Brandy. We could keep going, but she would always play stuff. And we used to always throw parties too, like at our house and stuff. So we would love to entertain when people would come over. So I feel like it grew to that, to where it was like when we seen somebody our age actually doing it, we was like, oh yeah, like that could be a career for us too.
And then after that, like, you know, after that, the fans and everybody else, our supporters, everybody just kept us going ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fans. And then even just one more thing to add is just like the process. Like the more we get into the music, the more elements that we start seeing within it that we like
that we love.
Because at first, like, we did not like recording songs. Like that part, we would be like, oh, this part takes so long. It takes so long to write something. But now, like, we found a love for it, and when we record stuff, now we can add more to it and put more of our MAKO essence into it.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think you're amazing. I love watching your TikTok. And congratulations on 1 million, you know, followers on that. And you're doing great on Instagram as well. I'm like, what are they gonna do today?
Right. We're thinking the same thing.
What skit are they gonna put together today? I'm like, very amazing. I'm really impressed though that, you know, it's all about clean music. You got great messages, having fun. And in this day and age, when everybody's losing their mind, it can be difficult to go against that grain. So how have you guys been able to maintain your determination to do it your way as opposed to melding into the pot?
I feel like because there is that like gap of we don't have what we had growing up, the OMG girls mindless behavior where it's music for our age. I feel like that's why we still do it the way we do and we don't switch up with the way everybody else is doing it, because people want to see something fresh and something new, something that's giving them good vibes, and sometimes not always something like where they talking about somebody, or they get into their feelings and stuff. We wanted it to be more of like a feel good music, something that's uplifting, where it's fun, uplifting, and doesn't have to be like so structured.
I would say that we're also very stubborn.
Yeah.
Like our good stuff, we have a particular way how we would want to present it or how we would want to do it. And I would say from like any outside information, like none of that really try to mess with how we want to do our songs. We're like, we all try to come to an agreement, of course, with all three of us. But other than that, like any outside input, we're like,
not MAKO Girls, so we can't really, And I think because we want our fans to grow with us, so just jumping straight into what's going on right now, if they're learning us now, they're like, what just happened? We want them to see us, especially the ones from day one, like see us grow. So just going into what's happening now, that's still not us. We still kids at heart, still like having fun and all this stuff. So we want to keep that in our music.
Okay. Yeah, I'm proud for you. You doing it the way that it should be done. Sticking to your guns, not letting the industry make you. You make your way in the industry. And there, as independents, there are so many outlets for you. You don't have to have the machine. So it's not like you're going to miss out on the money because your marketing is great. And and then good music markets itself. So with an audience of 1 million, please. You are right. You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. So I love it. So like, what's the most satisfying for you about making music though?
I say the finished product, and for me, the finished product along with that and the performance, like once we get the choreography and stuff like that, seeing all of that put together with the visual behind it too, like for me, that's just like the best part, because not only is it a good song, but it has great visuals and great choreo, and the performance of it is amazing as well. It's like every time you look, it's just like something you can just take all of it in. It's just amazing.
I think for me, the most satisfying is when we're recording and it's actually coming out how you envision it. So like we just started recording a song and we wrote everything and backgrounds and all this stuff, and I am like the one I'm still antsy until I hear everything placed exactly how I envisioned it to be. So I feel like that's when it becomes satisfying, or when we're recording and you hear the attitude coming out and it's like, yes, that's what I wanted. That's what I needed from you. Like that's when I feel like it's most satisfying. When I can hit a hard note.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's the creative part. So like either like if we're picking out outfits, or even if we're like making those little weird ad-libs in the music, like Mimi said, like how we did it a couple days ago.
Yeah.
When I heard our ad-libs, I was like, yes, that's what we're doing. That is exactly how I would love it to be. Yeah. That, and also like the process of like dancing, because I love dancing.
Oh yeah, learning choreography.
I love learning choreography. That's my favorite part of like rehearsals or practice, is when we're learning choreography, or if we're learning like difficult runs and notes and we get it right. I love that part. It just fills me with joy.
Y'all talk about all this dancing. I'm a chair dancer. I'm keeping it here. I'm not moving. Wife complains. You know how to dance. I could two-step. That's it. But you
got. So you do two-steps, everything. That's
I apply that technique to every song. But I like watching your feet. I'm like, how did they do that? How did they make that transition? That transition was smooth. It was slick. You guys are dope. You guys are dope.
I'm still struggling too. They get it before me, and I'm like, how did you do that? Slow it down for me. Like one step at a time.
First, I will be the one to try to help me learn the move, but then I'll be like, I can't do this. Keena, you teach her.
Her patience is gone, and then Keena takes over.
After I do, I'll try to make like something funny to like make it stick. So like one of the things that we did, what was it? It was like roll it up, bow. So it can it can click every single time. Like whenever
that song will click in your head when it's time to do the move. Yeah, that's how it works for me sometimes.
Okay. So how many hours? I mean, it's a grind to be as smooth and crisp as you guys are. How many hours a day are you, honing your craft?
before, like we're starting a new schedule. So before I used to be all day from beginning when we wake up until the end of the day. But now we're trying to cut it and make it like work hours. So like 8 in.the morning to like 4 to like 3, like try to make it that time frame. So that way we can have that cutoff, since we're our actual sisters and we want to have that relationship outside of the music. We definitely like to put aside those 8 hours in the day. And we have 2 days where we make content for the entire week. So that's how we'll do it. And then those extra days when we're not making content, we'll rehearse or we'll work on songs or whatever else needs to be done.
Or performances that need to be cleaned up, like trying to clean up choreography.
Try to dedicate it to them 8 hours, even on those days.
And then after that, we'll take off our MAKO helmets because, you know, we can't put it on after that.
Yeah, we try to give
even like the whole process of like just the days when we do have to work on choreography and stuff, it'll be 2 to 3 hours. Recently we just filmed our music video for Ain't Thinking About You, and those practices were like 4 or 5 hour practices and stuff like that. Like those
we'll finish rehearsal and right after rehearsal have an interview, like grab our stuff, just go sit down somewhere and do the interview. So that rush, it's fun for us, I'm not gonna lie, but it's busy.
You know, it's pretty amazing. I thought my day was bad. I just have to sit down and read it. I'm like, okay, so 4 or 5 hours of sweat, cardio, basically.
Right.
And then sit down, try to catch your breath, do an interview, and then back to whatever you're doing, go to the booth or whatever, run some laps, how you finish your day. I don't know. Y'all, I wish I had your energy. I remember one time in my life I was invincible, kind of like you young people. And but I have come to grips with my mortality, and I understand sit my tail down somewhere and just get behind the computer.
Oh my God. Well, some of those days when we have practice, we're learning choreography. So it's not as much cardio those days. But once you get it, then it's over with.
Then they just like, all right, run it. Do it again, face this way now and do it again. It's like no water breaks. It's just running through. I'll be like, please don't let me fall out. I want to stick on to the end. Like I just need, once this practice is over, I can get my favorite food. I can sit down for an hour, like watch my favorite show.
I think that's what keeps us going after the practice. Like after this, we're gonna get some good food.
Yeah, that be pushing us sometimes to like once we finish practice and we get eat a big meal and then like relax afterward.
Man, that's you. I just eat the big meal and let y'all do all the work. And good. So coming up on your second EP. So how do you feel about it as opposed to your first offering? What are the differences and what kind of nuances have you put in this project that weren't there previously?
A different flow. Well, one of the tracks is definitely like a full 180.
I feel like a lot of them.
A lot?
Yeah, like for Drip, you know, songs that we have, it's a lot of them that's very different from what we've already created. I feel like there's more singing than the first EP. Like we're using more of our vocal abilities that we haven't tapped into or people haven't seen from us. A lot of sass, attitude.
All right.
You know,
I would say just a all in all like level up from where we were to now, because like even like our lyrics have kind of grown with us. So seeing that from MAKO experience to levels to this, like it's a big jump.
Yeah,
it is a big jump. Like the voices, you hear like the difference in our voices now.
So squeaky.
Yeah, it was squeaky before, and then now it's just like we sound more mature. But like now we like coming up with, we get better flows. The lyrics are like up there, and the beats go crazy with this next project.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to, you know, just in listening, thinking about you, I'm like, okay, they went from cute to magnificent. You know, the vocal presentation is full body. You guys kind of found your voice. You're like at full voice now, so that makes a huge difference in the reception, you know, of the project. I'm like, yo, their sound got big. And
yes, we don't sound like babies anymore. Now we're like, if we sound any type of squeaky, hold on, let's do it again.
Like
my voice will register, right?
Yeah, well, I'm amazed. So, a couple of the things that you said you like to party, you know, when you were kids and whatnot, and you seem to continue that with the annual glow parties and now the MAKO Carnival Glow Party. Talk to me about those events, and do you guys do it all yourself, or do you hire a team to help coordinate the logistics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Right. With the Carnival Go Party, that is all us. That is MAKO Girls, our management, which is our parents.
Yeah, we have like a MAKO team. Like they're mostly like our friends who've been supporting us since the beginning. All of them were behind it.
So it's a MAKO team effort.
Yeah, really, it is.
It's a lot, especially with like trying to get everything together like the day of, and like the days before. We're trying to make sure we're
months
reaching,
before.
like,
we start prepping this, like we was doing it the weekend of spring break, which would be in April, and we would start promoting it in December. So we would choose the artists we want to perform. They will get this platform, they'll get radio interviews, they get to perform, and they get red carpet and all of that. So we try to give it a big experience of what it'll be like when you're an artist and the runs you have to do, because they'll have interviews like every week. The same ones we do, we put them on.
Yeah.
And after that, the whole event is basically a party. That's what we wanted to bring out, is something that everybody can come to and have a good time. We wanted to include that carnival because we are Trinidadian and that culture. We wanted to put that in there and let people experience it in our world a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's red carpet photos and interviews. There's food, there's dancing. We headline and have a 30-minute set. So it's so fun. It's a great event. And when we do bring it back because of COVID and everything, we are going to definitely make it a lot bigger. There's a lot more changes because we're now older. Our bracket for performers was teenagers, but now we're 21 and
we grow the
22, so it got to go up some more now. So we're giving that opportunity to more people, and it's gonna be big. We're excited. I know everybody on our team is waiting. Some people from the old glow parties are like, what happened?
We missed the glow party. I was like, we miss it, and then we like it. We get upset at it too because it's so much work. It is a lot. But
so that break was
like really fun though.
And then we do, but it also gave us the opportunity so that when we do it again, that we come with fresh ideas, like a whole different type of approach with our show sets and everything, even with like the appearance and like the experience when you get in there. And so when we do start it back up, which should be soon, y'all are going to love it. It's going to be dope and
bigger prizes, because we used to do dance contests, so we would give away phones and $500 and all this stuff for dancing. So I'm sure the prizes will get bigger, probably more custom to MAKO Girls, but we're excited too.
Yeah.
Look at the MAKO Girls, they done grown up. They getting all this experience. Man. So that's a you talked about putting together the appearance of the stage and all that. That set design and stage design is a whole skill set. So
yeah, it is.
People don't understand that there's a lot more to putting together a show than just popping up on the stage. So you got the light design, the layout, and
everything. Sync it to the music. We break down after the show. Like when we're done, we don't go straight home. We probably there till like 5 the next morning. Still breaking down, putting away stuff.
You got somebody napping in the corner in one area because they're tired. But like it's a long process, but nonetheless it is fun.
And we learn a lot too, I would say, knowing how to run an event from start to finish, and also like what we want to incorporate and add and make bigger. And I know the years that we was going to do and everything happened, we were going to do a documentary kind of leading up to it so they can see what all goes into it. So hopefully with the next ones to come, we can definitely document that so people can see all that hard work that goes into putting that together.
Man, make sure you sell that. Don't just give it to them.
Right.
That's a lot of work. I'm all about supporting and educating people, but that right there, we need to get $1.50 or something.
Right.
Make it a subscription thing on the MAKO Girl site. Speaking of
put
MAKO
it on
Girl,
somebody's what is it? Their network or something. Shop it around, see if you can get it on site. Lifetime or something.
Lifetime, Netflix, why not? You guys have a great story and a great heritage within music, and I would like to know, we've gone through the pandemic, we've gone through the growing pains and stages and heartbreaks and this, that, and the other. How have you guys maintained your mental health? Do you have any secrets about keeping it together?
I know personally I like to meditate. That's one thing that I do a lot, like especially if I'm like in a high, like if everything's going on, it's very hectic or I'm stressed out or just like if there's a lot's going on, I do tend to meditate. I put on like some chill like classical music, whether it be Chinese or like just chill music and stuff, and meditate to that until like I feel like at peace. And then also it's important to get like a day to like break, because you're human, so you have that, like, your body's going to get like it's going to get exhausted, you're going to be tired mentally, physically, and emotionally. And if you don't take that time to sit down, relax, do the things that gives you joy, and just have that downtime, you're going to overwork yourself all the time. So it's important to just take those breaks.
I know for me, with everything that was going on, what was good for me was being outside or trying to do something new every day, whether it was like I get into these DIY projects and try to make different stuff. So I'll just try it and do something new every day or try to incorporate something different. Or like I said, being outside, because you feel, for me, I felt like, oh, you're trapped. Like we can't go do like what we want to do. We can't go out like we want to do. So being outside was more of like a peaceful thing for me. Like it's nothing really, it's just nature. Like that, it is what it is. So I normally like to stay outside or like just get fresh air, that type of thing, and just doing new stuff all the time, keeping it fresh.
Yeah, I would say for me at like certain points, I would have to cry it all out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I am a big crybaby. I will admit it. I am not ashamed. I'm a crybaby, so I won't like whenever I feel like over like stimulated, I'll just cry it all out, get it all out, so that afterwards I can just come back, like listen to some good music or surround myself with like something positive or something that I like. Like I like doing puzzle pieces, so like putting together puzzles or like playing games with my friends or watching anime or doing something that would keep me either active, like working out or walking and stuff like that. Like that will help me kind of not only like get it off my mind, but like just work it out too. Like I'd be like, okay, I'm fine.
Or venting or talking to somebody. We do that a lot. We talk to each other a lot. So I think that communication, don't matter who you're talking to, but just talking to somebody about how you're feeling about everything that's going on definitely helps your mental, because it's not all weighing on you. It's kind of like you're giving that stress a little, you're kind of like being able to get it off your chest because somebody else is hearing what you're feeling. So definitely venting to these two, venting to my friends, venting to my friends or family, or, just talking out whatever we're feeling, for sure.
Okay, all right. Well, I like that. At least you understand that you have to maintain yourself, to be helpful to anybody else. You got to be strong within yourself and help yourself. So I love that. Business. What was the most surprising part of the business of the music business? What's shocked you the most when you really got deep into it?
All the money that be going out.
Oh yeah, how pay for everything. Yeah, that is true. When you like working on projects and stuff, every little thing costs something. I know that was a big one we learned recently.
Because afterwards we'll be like, okay, so what can we do to replace this?
What can we do without? Like we may not even need that.
Like just like the whole marketing aspect of like the business is just something that every time we like start tapping into it more and more, it's just like something new, or it's something new ways to market yourself, or like finding out that where you do market areas, it's like it goes into the little areas rather than vast ones and stuff like that. And like you got to be more strategic with everything. Like you can't just place it and like, oh, I'm gonna just promote it to the masses, and it only promotes it to like one country. You have to promote it to like the target areas. It's a lot and it's hectic.
Yeah, I would say that, and also like we're working more on networking a lot more lately.
Yeah.
So networking it was something that was very new to us, because we were all kind of sit together and be like very quiet and reserved. We don't usually kind of like,
or we'll party with each other and not go speak to anybody else just because we're nervous. Like don't really know what to say or how
social
to
anxiety.
Start the conversation. You don't want to be awkward, but just learning to just go up there and just introduce yourself and kind of get a conversation started, because normally once we start talking to somebody, it gets easier. Like the conversation is smooth. It's just that initial interaction,
the icebreaker.
Yeah, that icebreaker for sure.
I'm a journalist. I talk to people all the time. But when I go out to a public event, I find a spot and I'm stuck.
Yeah, that was us. That was us all the time.
I can't get. It is one of the most difficult skills to polish, and that's the art of initiating a conversation. And I'm going, I talk to people all the time. I don't want to go up and say, "Hi, I'm Jerry from the Hype Magazine."
Right.
If they come to me,
right?
Like,
Yeah.
You start talking to me, of course I will say something, but it's me coming to you that's awkward.
Yeah. And it could just be me being old and stubborn. I don't know.
No, we do.
Oh, in a crowd of 600 people, I don't want to wade through all those people to go say hi to everybody. Now our CEO, she's the social butterfly. She will get out. Jamila, yeah, she'll talk to everybody, they cat, uncle, and dog. Not participating. Speaking of everybody, they cat, uncle, and dog, you guys have been interviewed by a massive amount of media.
Yes.
Is there a question that we and the media have neglected to ask you that you might have wanted to answer over the years?
That is
a good question.
Maybe this question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Sometimes we miss what you guys care about the most. And, I would like to give you an opportunity to spit on that.
That one's a good one.
That actually stumped me.
Yeah, no, for real. Because I'm like, is there anything that we haven't covered that we don't like discuss?
I would say the only thing that will possibly pop up to in my mind would be how can I word it? It's how it is really in the industry, how it is doing this, getting to where we are. Because I know whenever we're talking to people and stuff and they find out, we're artists, they have a couple of assumptions rather we'll be oh, so they're gonna be loud and they're gonna do everything, it's gonna be crazy. Where we're we're not really
so
that.
How's your personality within the industry
it's
almost?
or
how's your perception?
How everything
you're perceived.
How you perceive this stuff. Because even though even being artists and stuff, they're oh, you're an artist, so y'all make a bunch of money. We don't. That's not the case.
That's not, when you're up and coming.
So the question will be, what's other people's perception about
people being artists? Because she's saying an artist or in the industry, how they perceive you being in this industry. That's a good one. Yeah.
I have witnessed and I'm from the outside looking in. I can't play Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I have witnessed though, the stereotypical approaches of the lay person to an artist. And they always seem to have these preconceived notions that you guys make a buttload of money.
Right.
And, so shout out to, and pardon me for even doing this, but shout out to T-Rail. That brother goes to Walmart and puts together those doggone skits about dressing for Walmart. And, as an artist, I'm like, really? So it's not always, you guys may have it, but like you explained earlier, you're putting together your own shows, you're putting out all of the money. It's expensive to do what you do if you don't have the machine behind you. And then if you have the machine behind you, it's still expensive because they taking all the money. So
it's to be more expensive because they know you're with the machine, so they feel like they can charge you more. So when you're independent, they'll work with you. But as soon as you start working with somebody bigger, they're like, we can up that price now that you're big. And it's like, no, we're still trying to save. Well, we're still trying to save. We ain't trying to ball out because we working with big people. We still trying to keep the money.
I hear you. What's the most important thing that we should know about MAKO Girls?
That we're here to stay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say that. Well, no matter what our ventures are together, because we feel like we bring that Migo style, we will always be MAKO Girls and work together, and we're gonna be MAKO Girls for forever. And if we want to do separate ventures, that doesn't mean MAKO Girls stops. We still are MAKO Girls, and we'll still do music together. So I feel like that's something we want people to know. And as we grow up and as we work together, and you see us do different ventures, Anaya does cosplay, she's almost at 1 million on her own TikTok. Wow. that's something we do. We have our own little separate things outside of doing MAKO Girls, but that doesn't mean we're not MAKO Girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I definitely want
It's
people
just to for people to know, just like respect that whenever, like, if we do have our side ventures, that it's gonna be this person of MAKO Girls. It's not like they're like, oh, it's done, it's over. No,
Yeah.
it's just they went, did their little thing, and they come back to it. Like
Right.
that's how it is, and that's what we even respect from the girl group Blackpink, because they
Yeah.
have 4 members, and all the members are doing something separately with different brand ambassadors and stuff like that, or
Mhm.
they'll feature on people's song, but it would say this member of Blackpink, and that's how it will be for us. This member of MAKO Girls on this project are doing this, but they're still MAKO Girls. Or like,
So y'all don't get to tripping if you see them out there at the mall. Somebody's got a clothing line deal, or somebody's got a lash deal, somebody's got a shoe deal, somebody's got a tech deal, a gaming deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are diverse young ladies. They're business people, and they're entertainers, and they entertain. If you just check them out, you got to check them out. Matter of fact, let's give them all the links where we can find you.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at MAKO Girls.
watch our videos on our YouTube channel, official MAKO Girls.
And check out all of our information and get our merch on our website at www.makogirls.com.
MAKOGirls.com. MAKO Girls is spelled MAKOGIRLS.
Notice that's a K, not a C.
And make sure you guys go stream Ain't Thinking About You. It is out now on all platforms.
And the lyric video is also out, so y'all can sing along with the lyrics.
Yeah, let's
Be ready for the music videos coming out soon.
Y'all killed that.
Thank you.
Y'all killed that. That was, you must get that question a lot, and you have done your media prep. So you're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in unison.
Yep.
Harmonized all the way out. I appreciate the time that you spent with me today, and I hope that we don't spend years away again. So
Right.
let's get it, and
Yep.
wishing you much continued success. There's nothing but love for you from the Hype Magazine team over here. I apologize if we have neglected you over the years, but know that you're in our hearts. So you got a friend at the Hype, stay in touch. Of course, we'll support. All right,
Thank you.
This was
Hype
fun.
Magazine, thank you. Yeah, you guys did great. For me, it made me look good. Made me look like I know how to interview somebody. Look at me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So from left to right, I got it now. We got Mimi,
Yeah.
Anna,
Yep.
and Keena.
Woo!
And my favorite color in the orange. I love it. All right. Peace.